How's it going, guys? Back in SSF with an update on Voltaxic Burst Assassin. Currently sitting at level 81, and things are starting to get to a point where I'm feeling pretty happy with things. Like barely getting to 8 casts on the Voltaxic Burst. Things are still level with less duration. I'm getting close to level 19 to get the additional radius on this. Um, and I'm going to show off a Delve node here. I feel like this has really shined in Delve, and I've made a couple changes. The Flame Dash just has seemed a little bit too unreliable, so I wound up switching to a shield. The shield had spell damage and cast speed. I'm still using the same wand that I had from before. The cast speed just is it really makes the difference. So I'm gonna be looking for a profane wand at some point. But let's check this out. So yeah, I switched to the shield so I can get fortify. I'm not gonna lie, today's been kind of rough. It's been a serious grind, just like trying to figure out how to survive on this build. Lots of just like, okay, you're just getting overwhelmed in one shot, and I don't have the quite the dodge prowess of a raider, so I've kind of spoiled myself with playing so much raider recently. But these in delve nodes are just spectacular because I'm literally gonna stand in the middle and hold down right click and wait. It's pretty fantastic. One thing I would really like to get, I don't like using the cold snap. The cold snap generates me frenzy charges, and early on in mapping, like back when I'm like sitting on 3k life and whatnot, the frenzy charges are what made things like, okay, now this is actually feeling good enough to where I can clear. The map like damage has felt fine, like no joke. Even just on the 4 link that I'm still rocking. I'll do another one. Even on the 4 link, it's been completely solid. Bosses have sometimes been a little sketch depending on map mods. But now that I got the shield charge, I got fortify. I've been working on stacking as much life as possible. Entire day that I've been playing, and there's still just these like odd moments. It's like, okay, well, it's like I don't have any charges built up, but the cast speed has been making it feel better. I still in delve just like wonder if these walls at low depths are even worth it at all. I feel like I get almost nothing out of them till I get to like monster level like 80 in delve. But the explosions are fantastic, AoE is fantastic, and now with the cast speed, like it's really nice. It's just like the issue has not been damage, it's been figuring out how to not die. And like getting myself another 1,000 life from like level 70 to 80. And then also up in the energy shield, it's definitely made things a lot better. So we'll pop back to the hideout here. So I moved my Flame Dash with Arcane Surge to be linked with Cold Snap, so Cold Snap can get me the Arcane Surge because I'm using Shield Charge for my movement skill now. I still have the Flame Dash for up and down ledges. But since I'm using the cold snap and I always constantly want to be casting, I'm still just like never using the Wave of Conviction, even though it'd be really helping me. Minus 15 the lightning res. Like the top end of the fire damage is like really close to the low end of the lightning damage. Not perfect, but it's not bad. Looking at the passive tree here, 1 point away from 30 more crit multi. That'll be more damage. Then I think I'm going to push down to Herbalism. I've done some like fine tuning and routing things through here to like maximize the life and like get into here from these nodes just to clean things up a little bit. Um, I've also got these 2 life nodes right here as well. Uh, but yeah, most of it's just been like filling out the just miscellaneous life stuff, getting the 8% cast speed and coordination, and then like even with the cooldown recovery rate from these nodes on the way to dark arts, the flame death, it just didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all. So I pulled these 5 nodes out, and then I got mental rapidity for the cast speed here. And once I made that change, getting the shield, things have started to feel really really good, which I'm happy about because I was getting pretty nervous. Um, so before, like, I've got some things to show off in here, but before I want to do that, I have 8 logbooks to run. I leveled 2 characters to 100 in Trade League, and I saw 3 logbooks. This makes 10 because I've already ran 2. So I'm gonna run these 2, and then I will come back to wrap things up here. All right, all of the logbooks are done, and let's see. I got like almost 20 chaos from that. I got an exalt drop from that. I got a harbinger orb, which will come in handy later at some point. But the big thing it felt like I was getting from that was Legion Splinters. I got a lot of Legion Splinters. I got 3 offerings to the goddess. I only have 2 of the trial. No, I have 3 trials at the moment, so maybe I have enough to filter these through my map device to get my Uber Lab. I also now have a set to run at Ziri if I wanted. Nothing else much there. Got a bunch of essences too, but these will just stack until I have bases. Same with fossils. I have oils and a blighted map. I haven't been comfortable enough to want to tackle a blighted map yet, and I'm not insanely happy with my amulet at the moment. So I don't know that I really want, like, I could probably fish out something that's pretty cheap, but I'm also not stacking lots of oils at the moment either. Also getting a few catalysts from there. Got a lot of maps as well, but you can only, I guess you only drop maps that you've already completed. So I didn't get new stuff to complete on my atlas. I did get 3 more channels, and that's pretty big because here in my show and tell tab, in which if you're new to these like updates past like the early leveling stuff, I like to show off the cool stuff I got that's sort of build enabling, so that in the future, further along in SSF, if you follow along with these, you might have ideas of what I have and might be able to build around in the future. So the first thing that I got that I added to this was I got an Old Toll's Breachstone. This dropped out of an obscured incubator. I didn't know this was even possible. I think I even have one on me somewhere. Yeah, breach item. Yeah, I was expecting like 3 to 5 breach splinters, and it dropped me a whole breach stone. And I pulled that out of a ritual, this incubator. So that was pretty interesting. Here I have Helm Chance, Steel Skin buff effect. I'm using Steel Skin so I could make use of that. And I got a Pride Reservation. Uber Circlet. I got a 20% quality Eye of Winter from the logbooks. So I'm definitely going to play with this at some point. So having this at 20% quality is really nice, especially right now. And the only other 20% quality gem I got from that of note was a Wither. And it's not useful at the current moment, but I also got a Tranquility card. If I can complete this set and get a Voltaxic Rift, that converts 60% of lightning damage into chaos damage, makes your chaos damage able to shock. Then with the Voltaxic Burst, I can convert all of it into chaos damage and completely change this into a different build. So I'd have to be using a bow and then a quiver. But yeah, that's something to think about. I'm up to 4 humilities. after flipping all the stacked decks. I got a 5-link that I could use. It's the right, it's an armor ES base, but I'd rather have the evasion, honestly. But this would be easy to color to fit in one of these other 2 gems into my 4-link setup currently. But also not having an issue with damage. I'm having an issue with survivability, which I've mainly been fixing, and map drops, to be honest, because I need Zeta missions to show up, I guess, because like I'm just not getting new maps. So I got a fire delve node. 2 of the chests had jewelry, and the items that it gave me, all of them, all 6 jewelry that I got has flammability on hit. So I mean, this is the best one right here by far. It has life chaos res on it. But these are all crafting bases essentially that I can alter and try and keep the flammability on hit if needed. So these are nice to have. I'll store these away in one of the mini empty stash tabs. And then I got a bunch of uniques. I have a Lion's Roar now. I got Torch Oak Steps, which is, this is a like totem life build for Forbidden Right. Uses these boots. I don't know that I wanted to play that as a totem build. If I was going to play Forbidden Right, I would want to go to Cultist, I think, and just go full yes on that. I got a Triad's Grip, so I could make a Spectre build. But I don't know that I want to make a Cookie Cutter Spectre build. But it's nice to have them. I got Hiri's Truth. Big physical damage to attacks, cold damage to attacks, crit multi. Good for any like cold attack build. I got a Sapple's Frame, +4 max from resistances, which is really nice. This works decently with dodge builds because you're not relying on the block and you cannot block attacks. Doesn't really matter. It's a really good defensive shield, but I kind of want damage. I had my first run-in with a expedition boss, and I dropped the flask. New flask that restores ward on use. Iron Flask. Endurance charge. Really, really cool. There could be some workaround with this. At some point, it's a really unique and cool flask. I got a combat focus. Not choose fire or elemental hit or something. I've got 2 obliterations, and I got an overflowing chalice, and I use 3 of the new orbs on it because it gains no charges during the effect. So it just gets like I hit 77% increased duration on it. Yeah, once I have flasks that are worth anything, my flasks are still just kind of scuffed whatever I could throw together. I'm usually kind of waiting on glass blowers before I'm burning all of my alterations for those. And here's the rest of the uniques that I got that I'm probably going to dump actually into the unique tab. And if you're interested in seeing what those are, only thing I'm maybe interested in here is Terminus S I can build around, Death's Oath I could build around, got a Dead Reckoning. But most of this is just going to sit in this tab and rot forever, probably. So I think that's pretty much it. Let me turn in the voids that I got. Virgin's Divine Mana Flask. Ball Orb. Okay. So, Medvid dropped me 12 Astragali. So, I guess at this point, I could go and keep gambling on my other character. But I'm just going to cut this video here. if I end up getting the tabula from that, I will include that in tomorrow's update. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow with more of this. Hopefully I can finally get some Atlas progression going, because I've just been spinning my gears in like the same 15 maps the entire time. So getting some Zeta missions to finally show up would be really nice as well. So, all for now.